Please stand. Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight to do the business of the city. I pray that you'll just guide us, dear Lord. I pray that you'll direct us in the way that you would have us go so that it would benefit the city and it would glorify you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I want to welcome everyone to our workshop tonight. We're going to begin with, we have two public hearings, and we're going to open with our first public hearing. And this will be for the reading of ordinance 18-219.
This is an ordinance of the City of Vernon, Florida, extending the terms of current council members to coincide with the commencement of terms of council members to be elected at elections to be scheduled, providing for severability, conflicts, and an effective date.
Is there anyone from the public who would like to speak or ask questions on the ordinance? Hearing none, I will close the public hearing for the first reading on the matter of ordinance 18-219. Public hearing is closed. At this time, we'll open the public hearing for ordinance 18-220.
This is an ordinance of the City of Vernon, Florida, submitting to the electors of Vernon proposed adoption of a new city charter to be conducted at the regular special city election to be held on March 13, 2018, providing a ballot title, summary, and text for the proposed new charter, providing for the call of a referendum election, providing for direction to the city clerk, providing for conflicts, severability, effective date of ordinance, and an effective date for the approved amendment.
Is there anyone from the public who would like to speak or ask questions according to this ordinance? Hearing none, I will close the public hearing for the first reading on the matter of ordinance 18-219. Now we will begin our workshop, dated 2/20/2018. 2/5. Our meeting will be on 2/20/2018 because the 19th is a holiday. Our first item on the agenda is the discussion of the sex offenders ordinance. Ms. Michelle, you want to explain this to us?
It's pretty similar to the existing ordinances in Shipley and Bonifay. It essentially prohibits offenders with certain restrictions, particularly if the victim was under the age of 16, from residing within the city limits of Vernon.
Does the council have any input on the ordinance? I know we put a lot of thought and consideration into it when we were drafting it.
Any offenders who are currently living in the city would be grandfathered in. And if they leave the city and try to come back in, they would not be able to.
What if they change residence inside the city limits?
That's going to be a council discretion. You consider that to be a significant change. Might have to look at that on a case-by-case basis.
When we schedule it for a reading?
We can schedule its first reading for the regular meeting this month, second reading next month.
The 20th? The first reading will be on the 20th. Is that good with everybody? Item number 4 was discussion for 4th of July, and I had this put on because we have to get skylighters. We have to get them reserved in plenty of time. They have to have their money ahead and stuff. Tracy contacted them today, and they're going to send you a quote. And so we'll have more information on that. But I wanted to let y'all know that we were going ahead and starting to work on that. Do you know offhand how much money is in the budget for 4th of July?
What is Skylighters, Tina? Is that entertainment?
No, that's the fireworks. The ones that shoot. What do you call them? Pyrotechnics. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, and number 5 is online payments with the RSV software. And Tracy can explain more about this one.
We've had a lot of customers signing on asking, the first question they want to know is, can I pay online? Can you take this directly out of my account? And it's something that I think would benefit in the long run.
The way our new website is set up, we can put in an e-commerce module that would allow some e-commerce. Looking at this, I wouldn't want to guarantee you that it's going to be compatible, but you're talking about paying non-repetitive bills like water bill?
Yes, sir.
Particularly? Okay. We'll look at that immediately if you would like us to do that.
Yes, please.
So basically you want to accept credit cards, but it would not be checks with routing numbers or anything like that. It was strictly credit cards.
This system offers both options.
Typically those systems are set up so you pay by the number of transactions. So you would pay from 1 to 50 transactions for a certain price per month, and then from 50 to whatever the next number is per month. And I just use 50 as an example.
Right.
And also they charge according to the different things you are offering for sale. So if you sold hats and you had 12 different colors, those would be 12 different items, and that would generate part of the cost per month of the service. So I really need to look into it, because if this is basically you're only talking about one product, right, which is sewer and water. So, I'm just kind of thinking out loud. I didn't know if because if every one of them would be a different price that those would be construed to be differing products, but I'll look into that.
I'd like to jump in on that real quick. Can you look about registrations too, about our youth registrations? I know a lot of the cities around here do online registrations.
Once we're set up to accept money as a city, then we can extend it to whatever elements within the city. You're talking about for sports?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, that would be, now that's where you would come into a situation where if you had t-ball, baseball, and softball, just for those three, those would be considered probably 3 items. But again, I think you'd be well under whatever the umbrella is for the first level. But I'll look into that. But yes, absolutely, that's doable.
Master meters is, that's something that, the electronic meters, and they came down one time and they did a presentation for us, and it was like really early when they had developed the software for it, and it was, I do remember it being very expensive, but Wausau has since went to this, and Tracy had spoke with them in Wausau, and
They actually got along.
they got along.
They got along 75% through USDA.
Is that something that we would be, the way they explained it to from Wausau is like the clerk actually goes out and reads the meter, because you just ride by and point that thing at it.
So you're talking about the electronic reading system, not just the billing system.
Right.
And that's another whole ball of wax. That's outside my purview, certainly.
But this, yeah, this is a separate thing though. This is like for the water meter.
Gotcha.
Would we be interested in contacting them and them coming and doing an updated presentation?
Contact.
That's how Sunny Hill does their water.
Sunny Hills does it also?
Yeah, they just drive right by your house. They like stop out front real quick, and just keep on going. They don't ever get out on that. They just.
A lot of big cities are.
They got some blue thing that just reads it.
Because we spend two people, 3 days?
Three people. About
2 to 3 days, yeah.
Plus rereads.
Yes, so you add
And
conditioning.
that's just not,
Yeah.
half day to a day, depending on how many rereads we have to have done.
And I wasn't saying that I would expect our clerk to be out riding doing it, but I mean, it's so fast that, I mean, it's efficient for Wausau to do it that way.
Right.
You don't put the assistant clerk doing it, I'm sorry.
Hey, I'll take it. I mean, it's the same thing that Gulf Power's doing now. So, I mean, it'd be beneficial as far as having somebody else, having them off the road or what else they could be doing. Yeah.
I'm sure there needs to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And actually, Gulf Power's satellite. They don't even drive by no more.
No, but they do.
It's straight
Shut
satellite.
out like now?
Yeah, they read it.
They don't even
Get out.
Drive by.
They don't even drive by. They can shut it all off from Pensacola.
Mm-hmm.
Go and push a button. You don't even have to turn meters from that.
Item number 7 is Mr. Travis Hall, and he's going to present his internet proposal, some information on that. I'm sorry, but I wasn't here at the workshop when you came.
Yeah, I was coming here to ask, since I was told y'all might have some questions or something for me, but we discussed it at the last meeting. Basically, Mayor, what I'm proposing is to put internet service on the water tower for people on the outskirts of Vernon that can't get Mediacom, good fast internet, people out in the rural areas, going down 79, Creek Road, Wilderness Road, people that can see the water tower. And I want to use y'all's water tower because it is 125 foot, somewhere around to the peak, and be able to put an omnidirectional antenna on there so we can do a point system. Use your tower that's back here to basically lily pad from that tower to the water tower. Get over
The one back here?
Yeah, because the pine trees are blocking so we have to get high enough to shoot over there for that. Here, in case y'all was wondering about the equipment, a lot of the people we talked to are worried about the load capacity on the tower or something of that nature. Here are some of the power beams that we're going to be using to shoot to the Wausau tower. It has the specs, in case you want to know. It weighs about 5 pounds, that's all it weighs. Here is a switch that we're going to be putting there on the facility in a box that's going to be mounted to the water tower.
How are you going to mount these?
On unit struts. There's already a mounting apparatus already there, so we're just going to extend the unit struts up. Is there a question or issue or anything on that?
No, I'm asking you. Is that, it won't be a problem?
This is actually what's going to go on top of the tower. It weighs 7 pounds. So I mean, there's very little impact whatsoever to it. But no wind load because it's round. So it'll have very little impact on anything up there. And we're gonna mount that to the. I don't know what it is, but there's a structure on the water tower that I guess used to do. Jimmy, it's by the ladder going up. It looks like another ladder.
It's not our controller for our water well, is it?
I don't know.
If you walk into the gate, the first post you come to,
I'm talking about up on top.
up on top.
Yeah.
I have not yet.
Yeah, I was told it's some type of it's something that's obsolete now or something. That's not
It's probably the old,
water
a
level.
lot of people don't use it anymore.
Right.
I know what it is if I go over where.
We took a drone up there and we looked at everything and saw everything, how it was going to mount and everything. With no impact, where if somebody did have to get up there, it wouldn't prohibit anybody from getting up there.
Just hold up to the headroom.
Yeah. So that's basically what I'm proposing.
What? Go ahead.
No, my thing is, what are you insured? I mean, this is the city water tower you're talking. And if something happens there, what you know what I mean? You're saying that it's lightweight, it won't hurt the structure and all of that. But I think we need something in writing that says you're responsible for something.
Well, y'all have my general liability insurance, and then you're supposed to create a hold harmless agreement. I'm assuming that was created to hold, make sure Vernon's not responsible for anything.
And I would like to get copies of the specific information about what's actually going to be attached to the
Yeah, you can take
water
that.
tower, top, and the need to access it. That'd be great, thank you.
But yeah, I mean, the general liability, $1 million, $2 million should cover if that 7-pound thing falls off. But it ain't, it's gonna be, it's bolted down with U-bolts. I mean, the only way it's gonna come off, somebody will look there and untighten it, you know.
Or do you actually make a hole into it?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
It's
I'm just asking you.
gonna be attached to a pole. The
Oh.
pole's gonna be,
Okay.
is gonna be U-bolted to the ladder. It's gonna be secure and stable.
How is the city gonna benefit from you using our property?
But right now, y'all, from what Tracy told me, she called MediaCom, and y'all getting like a 5 meg down, 1 meg up for $70, $80 a month, something like that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna offer you, we're gonna double your speed, triple your speed for the use of the tower. So that was the plan.
Double or triple?
It'll be no less than 10 meg, but it'll be as high as 20 meg right now. We'll have 5 of them, so it'll be anywhere from 10, 3 to 25. 20 down.
And there'd be a benefit to your residents.
Yeah.
And there's there's no other stipulations that goes along with that. Just, I mean, there's nothing else that you're like asking the city to provide other than just.
Just the height, all I need is the height. All I need is the height.
Well, the city sent a letter, I know we don't have a contract with you, a year contract, 5-year contract, because I know your system's going to upgrade sooner or later. It is, that's just the way it allows. We don't have to make a contract between your company and the city, a year contract, 5 years or whatever, you know. But I looked over your insurance and it's fine, the insurance. But, you know, all you offering for the city is up in our grade for us to use the tower. And I haven't thought of that, I don't, but
Well, another thing that the city can benefit if the city wants to, I do plan on installing cameras on our box at the water tower and back here on the tower to keep an eye on our stuff. So those are going to be IP-based cameras that we'll be able to put an NVR in, or y'all can remote in through phone, remote in through whatever you want to, and keep an eye on the water tower if you need to.
That's good.
Or your equipment in the back, you know, I know y'all don't have equipment out there, tractors and stuff, so. Any other questions?
I don't know.
And who is this unified with?
That's the Ubiquity, they're one of the leading people that does this. This is something.
But this is not you.
No, that's the equipment we're using.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the equipment we're using.
Okay, did they submitted this
Yes,
to
they
us
did.
also?
Yes, ma'am.
Who was that?
They submitted
Oh, I don't know who that is.
a package
Well, I don't know.
to us for internet.
That's why I said, who is this?
Oh, that's Unifiber. They used to be called Southern Light and Fiber. They're asking you to buy internet for like $500 a month. I've already talked to John about that.
So this is not your company?
No, ma'am, that's Southern Light and Fiber who got bought out by Unifiber. Just so you know who John is, he married April Jenkins. I don't know if y'all know Randy Jenkins from, you know, Justin Jenkins, that's her family. Yeah.
Now, I thought this had something to do with you.
No, that's totally separate. I'm not sure how, maybe they read something on mine.
No, I
Where
talked
we
to
were-
John.
Oh, okay. I was
All
just
this
wondering
is
if that
coming
meant
from
how
me.
it got out the
I
door.
just told him I was gonna be, we looked at fiber first. Fiber's just too expensive to make any money right now, because the startup fee and the monthly cost that it's gonna take just to buy internet and things of that nature, it's just too much, and that's like a $500-600 a month fiber bill, which is what he's gonna propose to y'all. It's gonna be a 50 meg down, 50 meg up, for like $500 something. So, yeah, well, I discussed where I was going with him and all that stuff.
Okay, so you discussed it with him, and then that's probably
But I
what
changed
led
my mind. I
him to
left that
contact the
because-
city, that, you know what I mean, because.
Yeah, that's where it's coming from. He's a good guy, though. I'll talk to him.
I'll get you another copy.
Okay. Either one, I mean, them or what Travis is proposing is better than what we've got now.
Mine's just free.
Right.
The mine's just free.
That helps.
Yeah.
And we hope you look after the city.
Yeah, we can, if you do happen to have, we're trying to conserve our speed for customer base, with the more speed we burn up, the less we're gonna be able to offer the customer. But if the city does come and say, hey, we need to be a little bit faster, we're gonna get the program here, we can do that, we can adjust the speed.
So like, I just know that like out on Holmes Valley, it's really hard and sketchy, and will you be able to reach out there too?
If the terrain allows. This is a point-to-point system, so it's
Okay,
not like
gotcha.
a wireless or a cell phone, it's point-to-point. You gotta be looking at one another. So if you're high enough, and you can see the water tower, or you can see the Mud Hill Tower, or you can see the Walsall Water Tower, which we're gonna be getting, you'll be able to see that. And then we can get established here, we're gonna go to Youngstown and start trying to build out a web network, so people can, we're starting in Vernon. Starting in hometown.
Creek as well?
Yeah, you should be able to see it from the creek road. The water tower is 120 feet, so by the time we get up on our pole, we'll probably be 130 or so. And if you take a drone, I got a video if you want it, if you get over that water tower, you'll be surprised all you can see there. But it's just gonna be getting you up at the house where you can see that water tower. It's the only thing.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna be offering 50-foot telescoping poles and stuff like that, and people will install. It's the same thing, Paul knows about this, the same thing that Main Street Broadband done back in 2010, 2012. It was a big success until the Department of Agriculture shut them down. So, whatever reason.
It was great until it wasn't.
Say that on camera. But anyway, it's a proven service being done all over the United States by small retailers like me that's trying to look for something else, that satellite internet's not working for people. Even the new stuff that's coming out. I mean, I do it for a living. It's great. It's better than a lot of the AT&T and stuff that's in the woods, but, it's still got its limitations, so we're trying to stretch out and offer this kind of service to people.
I appreciate it, Drew.
Thank you. So that he'll know something, like have an idea of something when he leaves here. Is this something that we want to agenda? Do we want to get Tracy to give us a better printout of the other one so that you could at least look at it, or?
I've
So,
looked at
you're
it when I
doing
have
the
Tina.
whole- Are you doing this whole, on this? Okay.
Well, regardless if you go with Unifiber or not, I'm still looking to get on the tower.
Yeah.
Whether I offer you free service or pay you $1 a month or whatever, I'm still looking to.
Well, Unified, it's $285 a month for a 5-year contract.
It's $285.
Is that a 25? The 50.
$285 a month for a 5-year contract.
Okay, and you're saying that yours is going to be free, and it's going to
Mine's going to be, I don't know how much uploading y'all do here, but usually uploading is not really what people need. It's really the downloading that people need.
Right.
And I'm going to offer, like say, top 20. If y'all want a 25, you say, if I want a 25, I'll give you a 20 meg down, 5 meg up. If you can be efficient with a 10.5, I'll give you a 10.5. Whatever you need in that range. If you call me up one day, if you start out with a 10.5, say, Travis, we need 20, I'll have no problem bumping it up.
Would you be agreeable to a 1-year contract just for us to see how it goes?
Okay, so the way it's laid out is I'd love to do a 1-year contract with at the end, the understanding that whether y'all say, I don't like your service, I want to go, or say, we want Unifiber, or they come in and say, we'll give you the same thing for whatever, or however, I still need to be on that water tower because I'm fixing to invest thousands of dollars into an infrastructure, and I can't be kicked off in a year because, you understand what I'm saying? Unless I violate some type of rule y'all have, So, because this, if this is going to hinge on the people out on Bonnet Pond Road getting it and the people in Wausau, because Wausau has no internet service at all. So y'all are really going to be the backbone of these people getting it. So, but yeah, I'm agreeing with whatever y'all want to do.
What do you want to do? We want to agenda it for the...
Can we prepare just a tower lease agreement?
Yeah.
And then you can look at your other internet options later.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the best thing. I have no problem with it, Travis. I don't know nothing about the internet. I don't mess with that. But the thing is, the city's got bit before by individuals here in the city. They're supposed to look out for the city.
Right.
And has put us in the bind before. And I don't think he'll do that. We can too. So I know your company you in for for the future, and I hope your company progresses. But anyway, all I ask is look out for the city. We don't need no more looking backwards. But anyway, I don't know nothing. I'm gonna leave it there till me, draw something up.
You're gonna draw it up and then Tracy can email it to Travis and let him read over it, and then we can agenda it for the next meeting. Thank you for coming back. And number 8 is Jimmy Cook with the backflows. Was it backflow time again?
Backflow time again. I'm not going up this year. It'll be the same price it was last year. But
What is that price, Jimmy?
$40 per. I know that the school system has taken over doing their own now, and that's great. But I'll go ahead and tell you now that there probably will be a little bit of an increase next year. Every year it's getting more and more expensive on us to be certified, to keep our equipment up.
How long has it been since you went up on it, Jimmy? It's been a little while, hasn't it?
For a few years. And I went up $5, I can tell you that. I remember that. I can't tell you exactly when, but I did go up $5.
It was 35.
I started out 25, I believe, originally, and that's been, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago or more.
So you ain't doubled it yet.
Can I ask you a question? Why is this being done every single year? DEB? Is it a requirement from them?
Is it DEB?
Not a city requirement. No.
But that is a good question.
Yes.
Each city has to create their own cross-connection control plan, especially with that place, and implement it. And we set up ours years ago, I would say in the early 2000s. We set ours up, and they're to be done annually. And different classes of backflows go to different classes of businesses, commercial businesses, and irrigation meters and such. I will tell you this year we do need to update our cross-connection control plan for our rural water. We'll probably make a presentation with a draft ordinance, and we'll basically absorb what we have into the new. It's not going to change anything. No. Well, I'm hoping that if price is on us, we try to stay out of the sun. Really, the expense is paying us.
While we're on you, Jimmy, do you have anything else for us?
Pray for them. We had,
Sean had spoke with me a while back about, when we were discussing the spray field. Apparently, we were discussing the spray field and about, there was a mix-up in between getting chemicals or paying for a service or something. And anyway, it was mixed up. And Sean had explained to me that it wasn't presented correctly. So, can you represent that?
Basically, what I want to do is, I do get paid to take care of the spray field. I'm running cattle on it. We've just come out from underneath an administrative order with a lot to do with the spray field. And we have a lot of noxious weeds out there that need to be sprayed, and the natural grasses come back. Most people that have spray fields have to hire or get haying contractors to come in and hay and remove it. Me running cattle on it, I'm removing the hay naturally. But we need to spray because our nitrogen uptake is an issue, one of the issues. And it's under control now, but I think that if I'm willing to spray the field and do all the work, if the city will buy the chemical. That's really all I'm asking for.
You want to fetch your cows?
Kind of surprised me too.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of research.
Jimmy will have great cows.
He may be upset. The spray, there's different classes of it, and the classes I want to use. I can't put an exact dollar figure on it. Originally, I think I said $650, $700, and I'm still going to be within that, maybe just a little bit more in spray cost. I found one that's a little bit better. I believe will do a better job. The reason I bring it to you is I'm fixing to cut the spray field. As soon as it starts growing, it needs to be sprayed. In other words, if y'all approve this, I want to go on there and order the spray and have it sitting on my shelf. Because as soon as it starts growing, it's when you spray.
Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you. I had not read your contract. I didn't even know that you had cows on the spray field, honestly, until I read your contract. And so, I was confused about what you were wanting. So what I'm asking is, like, your check that you get every 2 weeks, does that cover your pay for the spray field too? Okay, that was my question.
Totally simple. I get a check the first of April for the spray field.
Once a year.
And we can continue on the way we're going. But when I took the spray field over, it was some of the weeds and the dog fillers was over 8 foot tall. We've got them beat down. We've killed off a lot by keeping it mowed. The spraying is more so for the city's benefit to try to take up the nutrients and not let them get down to the monitoring levels. The amount that you pay me is basically for the upkeep of the spray field.
The maintenance of it.
Maintenance, basically cutting it, cleaning it, checking it. The city still has their portion to do out there also.
I got a question, Tina. You said you've read his contract. I ain't read his contract. His new contract since I come back. My question is, in previous, I knew we kept animals off the spray field. Now, my question is who's liable if them animals gets out? The city liable or you liable? Because in the past, they got out.
When I took the contract, I think it's a verbal. When I took it, it was under the understanding that the city's not liable for my livestock, but if my livestock gets out, y'all's liability insurance.
I can't remember reading anything in it about it. I'm not saying that it's not in there, but I don't remember. So you think that was verbal?
You have to go back to the minutes because that was a question that they posed to me, and I posed an answer to them that I would provide my own liability insurance. and I think it's called Lake Florida, whoever, the insurance people, and it was stated that that as long as the city agreed, would cover it. Now, if an animal gets out and gets hit by a vehicle, you know, to me, you're not liable to me for the animal, you're liable for the damages the animal caused.
But they're your cows, they don't belong to the city.
See, that's.
And I offered that to the city, but the cost that I offered was more than they wanted to spend. Because basically, I would just go out and buy a liability policy to cover my animals.
For his contract, give the council a copy of it.
And if you don't mind, if you would pull that particular contract
Yeah, pull.
and give it to me too,
Yeah.
because that's one of the ones, I'm not even sure there is an actual contract because I have yet to see it. If I see
I don't
it, I
know, the copy that I have doesn't have a signature on it. It's not true. And it's from 2016, and it's a 5-year contract.
It is 5 years.
It is 5 years.
The spray field is totally different from that, I can tell you that. It was an agreement, I think, more than anything.
I guess my next question is, why are we paying somebody to keep up the spray field when before we didn't pay anybody to do it? They did it to keep their animals or whatever on it.
No, they did it
For the hay, yeah, because they couldn't keep the animals, some of them did.
Only at workshop. The problem is we had a license.
People not keeping it up.
You were
This
having
is the problem.
issues.
We had,
issues.
yeah, we had a lot of people look at it. We had a license, I know one licensed person look at it, Charles, look. And there's so much, the spray field is so far behind. Nobody's ever took care of it like they're supposed to. It's one of the DEP ain't got the city for. Now, animals have been on it and off. Horses,
I know one time we
goats.
had to keep calling about getting it mowed, and I haven't heard any problems about it not being mowed lately at all.
My concern back then was, you know, whatever animal, you know, getting hold of the heads of the
We haven't had any of that issue. I believe, if memory serves me right, we've actually had 2 spray heads get broke. And I think it was from pure wear, and that's it.
I know they got to be getting old. I don't know how old the spray field is, but my concern is, Jimmy, nothing against you. My biggest concern is, in the previous, we've had animals get out of there, and lucky nobody hit one of them. And my concern is just, you know, who's liable? You know, is the city liable or the individual? To me, we need to draw off the contract, and to me, the person that's got the spray field needs to hold the city liable. You know, if you're gonna put animals on, if the city's gonna allow animals on the spray field. I know at one time.
You want us to be liable?
No.
No,
I thought you said that.
He did.
He did.
I think we're already held liable.
I agree to do that, because I mean, I think I still got my contacts where I had called and got.
You have no problem with that?
I would have to renegotiate the
Okay, what we need to do, I guess, get the attorney to draw something up.
I've got it in my email. I was thinking that we had taken my question to Florida League of Cities about the city's responsibility with the livestock. I thought I had it in an email.
I could be wrong, and please don't quote me, but I believe that the city did make a phone call and said that they would be liable. And in that case, I dropped the price because I didn't have to purchase the insurance.
How much is the price, Jimmy?
When I checked on it, it was, give or take $1,000.
For the insurance?
It's a year.
And how much do we pay you to do the spray field?
$1,000.
How much?
$1,000. That's a lot of work. And right now, if any of you would love to go by there, please go by there. Right now, it's the worst that it's ever looked since I took it over. And the reason for that, I was trying to let the grass grow for the cows through the winter.
Right.
But we should be out there within the next 2 weeks and cut it down. But compared to what I came into, it's 100% better.
How many acres is that, Jim?
It's 40 total, but she's only got 28 acres of actual spray field. And I keep the buffer mowed out. I keep
40
Fire
inside the
lines.
fence, right?
40
40
should be
feet.
40 acres inside the
Inside the
fence and
fence.
28 acres of field.
Okay.
But if you decide to go in another direction, I would appreciate y'all giving me a
Yes.
little bit of notice to
Oh,
be able
we
to
will.
move forward with something else.
Do we, does the city, do y'all want to agenda buying the chemicals at this time?
Meetings on the 20th.
But he said you don't.
Should we have a contract on the 20th?
For him?
Yeah.
I have the
We have
contract for
the
2016,
No,
I
I'm
don't think
talking
was
about-
ever.
But
The
Amber's
spray
Yeah.
bills, yeah. She said it was, she don't think it was ever approved by the council, the contract. So we could add whatever to it, to the one we got.
But could I go up on the price if you make me allow?
You want to look at the contract first?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Well, the contract called for Jimmy to carry coverage for the livestock, but not the conduct of the livestock. So if a cow dies out there from
That's
something that's, you're not responsible for the cow, but if the cow causes harm, the city would be responsible for that.
That's what I agree with.
And I'm not sure that the city can waive its liability or responsibility.
Because it belongs to the city. Yeah. The city's gonna be liable no matter what.
And it's more than me goes in and out of it. You know, I mean, it's, somebody can leave the gate open, and I'm not saying that I wouldn't do it, but, you know, you got city personnel plus me, plus anybody having me, maybe helping me.
But we haven't had an incident of that, have we?
We have never, except Bulldog let the dog out, but he walked him right back in the gate.
Yeah.
Bulldog got lucky.
We started out with goats and all, we don't have any, we no longer have any goats. But I am trying to increase the herd.
Okay, so we're just gonna let her update the contract and bring it back to us, that where we wanna go with that?
Yeah.
Do you got anything else, Jimmy?
So now, when you say update the contract, well, do
Well,
I
we're gonna
be
need to
doing
get it
anything?
signed.
Okay, so is that just leaving it the way it is, but me signing it, or do I need to do something in,
Well, she just said that the city can't waive,
okay.
I mean, we can't waive, we're not gonna not be liable.
I mean, and if you don't want to vote on the spraying this month,
How long can we wait on that?
Chemical cut.
1 month. It's not the cutting that I'm worried about. I can cut it now, nothing's going to grow until the ground warms up. You could probably put it off 1 more month.
But what you're concerned about is the roots going downward.
When the new growth comes up, gets about that tall, it has to be sprayed. So I'm figuring March, April,
Okay.
so you've got 1 more month.
Okay, so do you got anything else?
No, me and you.
Tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Yes, and I'm gonna call from City Hall and Tracy's gonna sit in. We're just gonna do it from City Hall and you're gonna be wherever you're at. Okay,
Maybe sit in the truck somewhere.
okay.
And I have a response for 90% of it. There's
Okay.
one thing in there that we're gonna have to have a little bit more time on.
Okay. Number 9 is response to the Florida Legislature Joint Legislative Auditing Committee. I think Michelle has this.
Yes, so the The city received a letter from the JLAC regarding some deficiencies for the 2014-2015 audit, and I reviewed the letter and made some recommendations about how the city can address the deficiencies. Some of the deficiencies, the city just doesn't have the financial ability to address the way that the JLAC would like. One of those is the city doesn't have the financial resources to hire and pay a professional with general accounting standards experience.
So that's gonna be like, some of them are just like some of the things, being a small city, that we're just gonna always be cited for.
We're probably going to rely on the external auditors to prepare some of our financial statements. But some of the other recommendations, I think are going to probably require some additional training for your city clerk and your deputy clerk. Also, having the mayor serve in an oversight capacity, reviewing some of the records.
Just like more of a checks and balance.
Correct. The recommendations regarding account balancing, the reconciliation, and I don't know Tracy's experience in that kind of bookkeeping and accounting, but having a clerk who has that type of experience is a way the city can address that deficiency, making that a requirement of the clerk's experience level. The other deficiency is that amendments are made to the city's budgets without the city council taking formal action through resolution. And that needs to be done. If you have to amend a budget during the year, you need to do that generally through ordinance.
Okay.
If you'd like, I can prepare some resolutions for the council's consideration as far as establishing internal policies relating to oversight by the mayor.
Is that the way we want to proceed?
I agree.
Well, I mean, we're gonna have to
have it done.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, because that's gonna show that we're in,
Well, we're
working to get it.
Working to get it
compliance.
done.
Not everything can be fixed, but the JLAC is looking for the city to propose how they're going to work to
Fix it.
that's all.
FEMA updates is number 10. Tracy?
We did have them come out and look at the Cook Circle. We're waiting for results of the
Camera?
That's basically the only update that I have.
Does anyone else from the audience, before we get to y'all, we're getting there, I swear. Does anybody else from the audience have anything? Do you have anything to talk? Rhonda, do you have an update on Johnny for us?
Tell you about Johnny. Linda texted me this afternoon and said that they had removed the tube that was going down, and that he's not happy, using ugly language, wanting to come home. But they have not run the test that they wanted to run because he was so sick.
Right.
So I'm just reading between the lines that they're not gonna let him come home, they're gonna start testing tomorrow. But that's all she said was they removed the tube, he is extremely unhappy and wants to come home.
Well,
And
he's doing better.
Can't imagine that.
Yeah.
What do y'all got for us for Ray?
I got a bunch. First piece is Brooke Warner is no longer president. He stepped down and resigned. He is going to be a board member. He does not want the president responsibilities. He's turned in his keys to me, and he's turned in his petty cash to me that he was loaned $100. So I have that, have his keys. We did have a vote from us three. Mr. Timmy Gardner is now going to be placed into our president role. He's accepted it. I'm going to take, as of right now, we don't got many members. I'm going to take the spot of vice president and director. I like to be out of that, vice president role. But for the time being, that's what it is.
You said Brooke is still on the board?
He's still going to be on the board.
How many members do you have now, Brent?
I have 3 members. I have me, Timmy, and Brooke. I got several people that we're looking at. I'm just trying to figure out which way we want to go. I've had a lot of interest. We just got to try to weed out, try to get the 3 best or so that's going to help benefit this program.
Right.
I plan on bringing some names to y'all to see if y'all can approve or whatever, but we're still got to toss it up on that. Any questions on that? Okay, one of the topics we need to go to a vote on for y'all is, do we want to waive or reduce fees for city employees registering? Free or reduced? Been asked that. So that'll be a decision by y'all, if you guys want to do that for city employees, if they have kids. So that's y'all's call.
See if we can do that.
You actually discussed that at an earlier meeting, and they decided they would not do that.
Well, they told me to bring it back to the workshop, because at the meeting there wasn't a proper spot to bring it up, so I'll bring it to the workshop. So.
Well, if you care what this member of the public feels, I think that there should be a few perks for our hardworking city employees, frankly.
I agree. Even if we did, I had spoke with Tracy about, which she doesn't know yet because she hasn't bought it, but if they, if the employees' kids paid enough to cover their insurance. And if we get sponsors for uniforms, I mean, what's it really going to cost the city?
So how is it going with the registration?
So
is it better there?
The registrations right now, they're slow. They really are. I'm kind of leaving it to around February 17th, kind of cutting it off. That way I can have at least a week to prepare myself, getting all the paperwork filed and everything like that through Dixie. And then right there, the 1st of March is where we're going to start practices. So at least I'll have a week to organize kids, get them on the right teams, get all my paperwork done. But right now, it's slow. We don't have a complete team. We probably got 3 to 4 kids per, not per age division, I think. 11, 12 boys is really the only one that we don't have nobody in right now, currently. Timmy did a after business hours on Saturday meeting. This week. Only had 2 kids show up. I'm hosting one tomorrow night at the Sportsplex from 6 to 8. So out of business hours, a lot of people, they can't make it. So I'm going to do one at 6 to 8 tomorrow. And I'm going to hold another big one on February 17th, basically the last day. It's going to be, I'll be out there for a couple hours, 3-4 hours. Hopefully I can get kids to come sign up.
We struggled last year.
We did.
Y'all know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm talking about, we were like paying for kids to play ball.
Mm-hmm.
Just to have kids to sign up. And our employees are gonna if they can play cheaper in Walsall at this point in time to save money, they're gonna do that.
You see, we really don't have the kids, Vernon per se. We don't have a lot of kids in Vernon.
It's going to be our outskirts.
Huh?
It's going to be our outskirts.
Yeah, I said, it's all outskirts.
It's all outskirts. I mean,
We
you
don't have the kids.
look at it, there's probably only 20, 25 kids maybe.
In Vernon.
Really like inside that city
Inside the
limits.
city limits.
There's, it's very slim.
The city limits of Vernon,
So-
for sure.
And rec is something that we're gonna have to get away from the mindset of trying to be a profit. That's
profit.
something that's gonna have to be a community service. It's something that we're gonna have to do like fireworks. We can't just keep screaming, make money, or else we're not gonna have any kids.
Our money has to be made inside the concession centers.
Exactly.
Or holding, I'm going to try to do this year, if everything works out, I'm going to try to hold several tournaments this year. Try to get one per age group. That should bring in some money, because during a regular season game, you can't have no gate fee. But if you hold a tournament, you can hold a gate fee and do like a $2 entry fee, to come on into the complex. That way, $2, it adds up. So I think that'll be beneficial for us, So I'm gonna do some tournaments this year, plan on doing it. Try to do one for every age group that we have. And then the concessions is gonna be our money maker there. It's gonna have to be. That kind of brings on to the next, a little bit of the next setup there. Y'all should have the kind of the contract from Buffalo Rock there. It's not the set in stone, it's a template of what they're looking at. There's a couple of misprints in it that I brought to the guy's attention today, and he said he was going to fix it. But then again, you sit back and look at it. I don't know if it's going to be worth it going that route. It'd be nice to have some, good looking scoreboards and stuff like that. But I looked at it, and it's going to be basically $1. It's for a case. There's 24 in a case. They sell it for 30. You're looking at $1.25 per drink. We're gonna have to bump our prices up like $2 a piece. That's gonna be pretty hard. I don't think people are gonna pay the $2. So I'm kind of leaning towards that going that route may be out the window. We may have to go the route where we may have to go to somewhere around here that sells refrigerators. Get rid of all that Pepsi stuff in there. Get rid of their coolers. That's what they're wanting. They're wanting their coolers. So give them the coolers back, and we just go purchase us some uprights and keep on with the path of serving cans and bottles or something like that. We looked up the prices for cans. For a case, you're looking at $36 per can, and I think it was $36 per can. And then bottles, you're looking at 58 a bottle, 58 cents a bottle for a case. So that's, 58 to $1.25. That's, as much as I'd like to get, make that complex look a lot better. I just don't know, a 5-year contract with Buffalo Rock, 4 new scoreboards.
That's one thing
really
that holds us back then from being able to get tournaments, is that we don't have working scoreboards.
It is, but now the districts and states, you will not be able to host a tournament because you have to have a functional scoreboard.
I'm a functional scoreboard.
I've got that contract today, and I realize what it is, the price is, and I've already started reaching out to see.
You have any idea?
I have not had no response yet, but I'm thinking, it's going to be, you're going to be about around $3,000 range. I'm thinking.
Professional satellite look real good on that scoreboard.
You might do like the old one we used to have at Shady Grove, and they had to go over manually.
So with profits and stuff like that, that's a great example right there. That I might not be able to go that route with Buffalo Rock. It may just not be worth it. It may just be, old Sam's Club and get cans and bottles to actually make us something, because we're not going to be able to make, like you said, registrations. You can't.
Right.
So.
Or,
At this point, do you think the lack of response is because the families and kids aren't interested, or they just haven't been able to make it to any of your registration times?
Neither. I think it is personally, over the last 5 years, the organization in that sports program has been pretty poor.
So they're judging you on the past and presuming it's going to be bad.
Absolutely, sir. And that's my goal, is to change that. I'm trying to make it, make it, back right. Trying to.
I've got 2 handfuls that are waiting to figure out who the coaches are before they sign up.
Well, now you're talking our responsibility, because to handle, as far as handling public relations, it's our job to say that it's a brand new world now in Vernon Recreation Department, and here's why. So come on down and give us another shot. And I think that's maybe the element that would be the missing link to make what you're trying to do happen.
What is the song? Different. With the kids?
We've had the same prices for the last about 4 years. It's $30 for T-ball and $50 for baseball and softball. But you look at it, and Wausau is 25 and Ebro is 25. But when you boil down to it and you look at it, by the time you pay for franchise fee, trophy for the kids at the end of the year, and insurance, and paying umpires, I don't see how $25. I mean, you're in the hole. Ebro felt it last year. They started off, paying their umpires, whatever, and they just had to stop doing it because they had no money for it. So, I mean, I just don't see how you can operate off of $25. I think our rates are pretty fair compared to Bonifay and what Chipley is. Bonifay's $75. Chipley's, right there at the same mark.
It's the overall morale of the citizens because yeah.
Well,
The thing is, how many kids we have? You know that offhand close to what we had last year?
How many kids we had last year? We had just shy of 100 children last year.
How many?
100.
100 kids?
100 children, which was 40 of them was in T-ball.
Wow.
T-balls are big. We had 1 softball team last year, 2 coach pitch teams, 1 9-10, 1 11-12. That is it. Just right there at 100 children. Year before last, we was in the 120 mark. We had like 4 T-ball teams, and actually had some girls softball teams. With Wausau starting that softball program, that's what hurt us here in Vernon. All softball is basically played here in Vernon. And once they opened their program up 2 years ago or 3 years ago in Wausau, that's what hurt us.
What other good news you got for us?
I'm trying to put up the old signs that we had, registration signs. They've been ran over by lawnmowers.
Did we order more of those?
I did order them. I ordered 5 signs from Creative Printing. They should be here tomorrow or Wednesday. They're like $245, I think it was, 5 signs. Gonna be placing them around. Gonna be try to get some in Greenhead. Put the one up there by the prison. One across from Circle H. One right here at the red light. Maybe one coming into town. Inputs of where the high population of traffic is. Anybody know? Where's the highest population of traffic at?
Circle H.
So I got Circle H covered, and I got Moss Hill and the prison covered. So and I think right here at the red light. So I'd actually have 2 more signs to put up somewhere. One at maybe the blinking light or something.
What about further down by the rainbow? Because that place is always packed coming going to.
Where's that?
Yeah, the rainbow. By the rainbow.
They get a lot of people up there. A lot.
I go that way.
They have a lot of business there.
They do.
So that's been placed. That should, like I said, should be getting them. It was a 3-day order. I ordered them Thursday. Yeah, they should be here pretty soon.
What about the Vernon Express? going to the store.
Tina, you said you need to maybe take a different mindset and not worry about making money. Does Vernon have any monies that could go towards that effort to make up a shortfall? You know, I can't help but think if we can get one good year in and show people that things are changing and that things are better, it'll take a life of its own. But you know, that's the toughest thing is going to be to.
And like Ms. Gwen had just brought up, we did get our donation from the county this year. So
That's not earmarked for anything already.
Correct.
See where we sitting at right now, we all know it's do or die. It's the situation we at right now. And the thing is, I'm looking at now, the city, maybe we should have took a different approach a month ago. We're running behind right now to do something. The thing is, I'm looking at, you know, and you talk about 100 kids at $50, the city charges. That's all of them $50. That's $5,000 sign-up fee. The city needs to look at getting Vernon back, getting the kids back, which way we can do it. I don't know. I got sponsors. I probably can get some money toward the city, for the kids, for the sportsplex. We're going to have to do something. You know, we ain't into making money. We ain't never made money out there. We spent money. So it ain't no different. You know, we just need, and I'm glad you got the job, we need somebody to turn it around, but if we don't do it this year, you know, I don't know what's going to happen in the future of the city of Vernon. As far as playing ball.
Exactly. I mean, especially coming a little bit farther ahead, football. Walsall's already saying they're starting their program this year. They're getting in the Alabama League. So I don't know how Walsall's going to do it.
We got a fine field here in Vernon, a lot of stuff here. I hadn't talked to him, I just got back, but I don't mind talking to him. I know Alan will help the city. He's done come off of his business to the city. But we're going to have to do something, we all know, to get our kids back, to get the ball doing back. It's always been in Tennessee, it's all been volunteer, you know, for years. And then we, the city, and I'll take blame, we lost a lot when we went out and hired a contractor for years. And the city knows it, small town, everybody knows it. And we're gonna have to turn it around. And like you say right now, it's do or die. And it ain't your fault.
No, but you still.
I'm trying to say, I mean, that's why I said, you know, let me try to run with it, let me take responsibility.
What the city needs to do, I think, is kind of take a step back and let them see what they can do. Because we've failed. And I mean, I know we all meant well, but they've been micromanaged to death.
You think the kids are going to sign up for that fee? I don't mind helping you, Brent, and the city, I tell you.
Well, you think that we should drop the fee?
Maybe we need to 1 year.
I mean, if we can, you know, if I can say by the 17th, if I can find me some sponsors and I can get somehow $5,000 raised up, you know, in the next couple of weeks, we may see about dropping that joker down to, you know.
I'll see what I can do, Brent, because like I say, surplus salad stocks always help the kids here in the city. Well known, even though you don't have kids, they're grown.
I mean, if we can get some good backing, get some good sponsors through here, I mean.
How much did Washington County get to see for that?
$3,950. They per child that we had last year is $25 a head that we had registered.
Softball, football.
That's how they determined what they gave you.
Yes, $25 a head for everybody that registered from last year's season. They gave it to Chipley, Walsall, and Vernon. I don't think they gave nothing to Ebro.
They did.
They did? Okay.
Ebro, they even gave something to Carable, just for their community center, because they didn't have sports.
So what we contended with, if Walsall got a check and their sign-up fee is $25 for more or less each kids is free, what we're looking at right now. You see what I'm saying? So that's what that's what y'all looked at, against. I don't know.
So you recommend maybe 25 or recommend 3?
See what y'all can do the next couple of weeks. I'll see what we can do. I'll talk to Alan.
Yep.
And I'll talk to Scott. And I'll talk to several more people and see what we can do. But the city, it's do or die. That's it. That's where we at. And I don't want the city sports closed here in the city.
No, I mean, look at the grants that
Oh, I
we
know.
put in out for
I know we
the
have.
money that's been spent out there at the sports place.
Them,
See what y'all can do, Grant.
Yeah, them bids should be able to start posting them in about 2 weeks, I think it is.
And hey, when
For them
y'all
bids.
check on the school boards. How many fields are that out there?
Yeah, four fields.
See what it costs to put a school board in.
Yes, sir.
Like Travis is talking about. He's looking at a company. Scott might donate a school board. You know, if you can put surplus and salvage on it. You never know until you approach it.
Yes, sir.
The bottom line. Check on them school boards, see what they cost. We need them out there. We make money in the future, like you was talking about. You got to have them if you have time. So there's never been none out there. We got grants, but something wouldn't hook up. So check on it. Let's see, 2 weeks. Might come back to the city. See where we stand with the kids too. So,
Is that I have some personal goals that I'd like to set. From I know a guy over there in Liberty County, he holds a state tournament every year for softball. And last year they cleared over $20,000. You know, and they have 4 fields at their complex, just like we do. My goal, long-term goal in about 5 years is possibly put out a bid for softball tournament here. Because you got people from Miami, Pensacola that comes. You got so many girls that come. And you look at Liberty County, they're in the woods. They're like us. They don't have nothing there.
Right.
They just got a very nice complex. That's why I want to make this as a very nice complex. You know, there's no hotels in Liberty County. That's not going to affect us. We don't have no hotels. You know, so
Chipley does, they're closed.
the closest one from there is Mariana for Liberty County Hotel.
Yeah.
But you know, that's where I'm trying to go with this is, you know, let y'all know I'm trying to make this big. I mean, that's that right there, that much money right there. Good Lord, what can we do to help out these kids and for the future?
The TLC in Washington County has also funded some of those tournaments that have come to Chipley. So there's already a precedent set. I think you would almost be guaranteed some kind of some help in that direction. And you're on there now, aren't you, Tim? So,
They fund the World Series that they get every 4 years.
well, it's not guaranteed. They have to bid on
Yeah,
it.
I got to bid on it. And like this year, I went to Lakeland this last weekend. Not a single team in the state of Florida bid on the 2018 state tournament. Not a single person did. So, it's headache, but it'll be worth it for the kid and everything like that. One thing I got on your menu, I know my menu. Sorry, my menu. I need to make a purchase of chalk. I have no chalk at the sports complex. It's going to be close to $600. It's going to be I'm going to have a pallet. It should last me a year and a half to 2 years. That's what we've been doing in the past is ordering a pallet chalk. I usually get it from Harris's. It's like $9.99 a bag, $56 on a pallet. It's about $560. I don't know how y'all want to put that for a boat or something like that, but I know it's over my $500 budget, so.
we'll put it on the agenda.
Okay. Timmy, you got anything, bud?
You sure you want him to talk?
I ain't gonna bore y'all with nothing else more, guys. Just get the word out. We're registering. I'll be there tomorrow night, 6 to 8. Also on the 17th. Oh, one more thing. Sorry. Last year we held a little event before the season where we serve hamburgers, hot dogs and chips. You know, just free to the public or whatever like that.
It was like an opening day.
Opening day. Well, it wasn't the opening day. It was more, what do we call it?
Like a clinic.
Clinic. It was like more like a clinic. Yeah, meet your coach clinic day. We would be interested in doing that again, like something like that this year. I know we did hamburgers. No, sorry, hot dogs and chips only. It says hot dogs and chips only, and a drink. And it was all free, free to the community and stuff like that. So, would you all put that on agenda or something like that for next week to See if we can't do that.
Their next meeting after your registration cut off, is that why?
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Community center's really good. I'd be interested in furnishing the food. They bring it, they do it all the time at these events. You know, can you read?
Thank y'all for your time. That's all I got.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. What you got? What are you doing?
Luckily, we have not been very busy at all.
That's always good.
It's real good for us.
That's good.
Only other thing, we did get the grant. We applied for the forestry grant, so the radios are going through. They have not had their meeting yet. It's supposed to happen the end of this month, and then everything will be set for the radios. And then, of course, if they turn it down, which they haven't done yet, but then it will be our luck and wait until later.
Hope we get it.
Get a couple cans and some string.
He's not here. You got anything else for us? Do you have anything else for us? Mr. Goulding, I'm sorry. I thought you were just here to make us look good.
I rest my case. I just wanted to address the website. It's obviously up and running. I've asked again and again and again if there's any input, so take a look at it. If you go to vernonfl.com, which was your original domain, it'll say, we've moved, click here, it goes to the new website. Eventually, that old domain will immediately go to it, but we have to deal with the email first. But right now, we're getting all the traffic if somebody wants to go to the Vernon site. So take a look at it if you would. You guys particularly, if there's anything in the way of recreation that you want to put on there. We're getting information from Tracy and Christina, so we're putting on those registration times that you're doing, but obviously the website at this point is pretty useless. We really need that bigger social media engine, which we're doing. So make sure you keep us up to what everything you're doing. And I'd like to have you come to the studio and talk, and we can put a show up and let people know about your whole philosophy going forward.
Sign me up.
It's not as bad as you'd think.
No, you did really good, Mike.
Thank you.
You did awesome.
Scared me to death.
You couldn't tell? You did really good.
He's good at editing.
Yes. He is. You got anything for us, Christina? How's it going?
It's going great. I'm enjoying my new job. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I think both Tracy and I are going to make a positive with what we're doing and going forward. I do have one question about the fees. If you do decrease the fee because of sponsorship, what will happen to the people who've already paid?
Because you know you're the one they're going to be calling.
Luckily, it's only been a handful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're getting the phone calls, and my biggest thing is who's coaching. I'm like, I have no clue at this point who our coaches are going to be.
I've had one person come to me and say, I want to be a coach. I think, maybe two.
Somebody called you, that may be the same person, but one man in the office.
Is that something we need to put out, looking for coaches?
Because they wanted to know if they had to.
I mean, typically,
What they have
it's
to do
just
is, you know,
a dad that,
and the time frame
or
was
a
on
mom
the background
that
check
signs their
for
child
2
up and is
years.
like, hey, I'm going to coach
So,
you.
and that was the biggest thing is, you know, making sure,
But
but we are getting
not
plenty
that.
of phone calls,
This
you
day and
know,
age
what
is,
the deadline is.
I've been doing it now for 5,
They
6
just want to know
years.
who's coaching, but until the
We're a
children get
babysitting
enrolled, we can't.
You drop them off,
That's
they're asleep, they come back an hour
And that's
later.
always the
That's
question.
all they care about.
That's always the most asked question. Who's the coaches?
All this
Coaches are
generation
important.
right now,
Do you got anything?
they're lazy.
Joey, you got anything?
Since
Ms.
they're
Quinn?
lazy.
If nobody else has anything to work out.
Have y'all thought about doing early registrations? I don't do